Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Matemu Marvin Rokotso, and just like many of you out there, I am a wrestling fan. And tonight, I would like to welcome you to the first edition of the Hustlemania podcast. We are Hustlemania, and we are professional wrestling. Now, every wrestling fan out there knows that on Saturday, the 1st of January 2025, is the WWE Royal Rumble. Therefore, on the first edition of Hustlemania, we are going to be predicting each and every entrant in the 2025 Royal Rumble. Don't forget to like, follow, comment, and share. Danko, let's go. Now, the Royal Rumble match is a very complex match. Unlike normal WWE matches where it's just one-on-one and then it's just you and your opponent in the ring, the Royal Rumble is unique in a sense that the participants are more than two. The total number of participants in a WWE Royal Rumble match are 30. So the rules are that two superstars begin the match, and within a time interval of 2 minutes, a new superstar comes down from down the ramp. Now, for a superstar to win the match, he must be the last man standing, meaning that each and every superstar must be eliminated for there to be a winner. And for a superstar to be eliminated, they have to go over the top rope. Okay, now with that being said, welcome to Hustlemania. We are professional wrestling, and today we are predicting each and every single entrant in the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble match. Let's go. Now, I made a list of the superstars that I believe will be participating in this year's Royal Rumble match. Excuse me. Now, the first name on my list isn't really a prediction. It's more of an obvious thing because he himself declared on the first ever Monday Night Raw episode on Netflix. And by the way, Monday Night Raw is now available on Netflix in each and every single country except the USA, so you can watch it there and tell your friends to tell their friends. Now, the first man on my list is none other than the 16-time world champion, John Cena. Now, like I said earlier on, John Cena being in the 2025 Royal Rumble match isn't much of a prediction, but rather a sure thing, because he announced it that as part of his retirement tour, he's going to be participating in this year's Royal Rumble match. Another superstar who declared their entry into the Royal Rumble match is Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, the head of the table, the leader of the bloodline, the OG bloodline. He declared that he would be participating in this year's Royal Rumble as well. So that one is not much of a prediction, but rather a sure thing. Another person who also declared is CM Punk, and another person who also declared is Seth freaking Rollins. Okay, now with that being said, those are the names that I am sure are going to be in the Royal Rumble match because they announced it themselves on their respective shows, whether it be SmackDown or NXT or Monday Night Raw. And speaking of NXT, I am going to be throwing some names out there from NXT because I believe that we are going to have participants. We are going to have participants from NXT because they do that every year, and it's just a way for them to bring up and introduce new talent to the main roster and to the not so hardcore fans. So with that being said, okay, we have John Cena, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins. Now, the next person on my list is the Scottish psychopath, Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre is my prediction to be in, is one of my prediction to be in this year's Royal Rumble match. He's a former WWE champion, he's won it before, and who knows, maybe this year he might take the crown again. I mean, he surprised us in 2020. Why can't he surprise us again in the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble? I mean, he's been on quite a roll recently. He had a gruesome match with CM Punk at Hell in a Cell. He had a great rivalry with Jey Uso and Sami Zayn, and he came out on top. So I think it's fair to say that he has a very fair chance of winning this match. As a matter of, I think I might be biased when I say he's one of my favorites to win the match. Another person on my list is the one and only main event, Jey Uso. Now, I know I said Drew McIntyre might win, but come on, main event Jey Uso has been a role recently. I mean, the guy, not so recently, was the WWE Intercontinental Champion. He participated in War Games and he won alongside his family, the OG Bloodline, and like, the guy's got the WWE Universe behind him. I mean, each and every single entrant that he makes, the place is on fire. People are busy eating out there. Yeet, participating in his entrance. So when the crowd is on your back and behind you like that, you have a very, very good chance of winning. Another person that we can, another prediction is Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn. And just like Sami Zayn, just like Jey Uso, Sami Zayn is an underdog in this match. But we all know that each and every underdog has its day. Sami Zayn is a former Intercontinental Champion. He's a former Tag Team Champion. He main evented WrestleMania alongside his best friend Kevin Owens, and they won that match against the Usos. So he's a pretty accomplished wrestler and a WWE superstar. So it won't be fair to rule him out. So keep an eye on Sami Zayn. Number 8 on my list is Rey Mysterio. WWE Hall of Famer, Grand Slam champion, a legend, Rey Mysterio, the Latina superstar, the masked superstars that we all grew up to love. I mean, the guy's a legend. He's won the Royal Rumble before. Who knows? Maybe he can do it again. Number 9 is the megastar, LA Knight. Yeah. Now, I won't lie. I doubt that LA has it. Like, believe me, I'm a fan of LA Knight. His popularity has been good. He came out from out of the blue, but I don't see him winning the Royal Rumble. That's just my opinion. Next up, on number 10, we have the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu. With this one, it's a really complicated case because with Jacob Fatu, you can clearly see that the WWE is behind him. However, I don't think he's quite ready for that main event push quite yet. I see them throwing him inside the match and then maybe eliminates like 8 or 7 superstars, or maybe even breaks Brock Lesnar's record of 13 superstars in a traditional Royal Rumble match, but I don't see him winning. But then I'm pretty sure that he's gonna have a good performance. Next up is his fellow Bloodline member, Tama Tonga. And just like Jacob Fatu, I see Tama Tonga getting in there, putting in a good performance, and then maybe just getting in a few eliminations there and then just leaving. I don't see him winning. And then number 13 is the newly debuted superstar, Penta. Now Penta is fresh, is hot, and he just came into the WWE. And he's been selling a whole lot of merchandise. And to be quite honest, Penta is talented in the ring. One of the best in-ring talents in the world. But just like all the others that I mentioned before him, I don't see him winning, but I see him putting in a good performance. Number 14, I have Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio. Everybody hates that kid, man. Everybody hates Dominic Mysterio. I mean, like the kid treats his dad like shit. But love him or hate him, he can be quite impressive in that ring, and he can do things that we all never thought of. So I see him putting a good performance and then getting eliminated. And maybe, who knows, maybe he might make it to the top 4 of this year's Rumble. The next up, I have the leader of the Judgment Day, Dominic's partner in the Judgment Day, Finn Balor. Now, just like Dominic, I see him putting in a good performance, then getting eliminated. Next up is a former member of the Judgment Day, Damian Priest, and I see him also putting in a good performance, then getting eliminated. Next up is Jimmy Uso. Now with Jimmy Uso, I don't see him winning the Royal Rumble, but I see them doing something maybe along the lines of him reuniting with his brother Jey Uso one more time, maybe to fight the Bloodline. And then since Roman Reigns is also gonna be in the match, I see them going down that line of Bloodline members, OG Bloodline members versus new Bloodline members. So I see them going that line, but then I don't see Jimmy Uso winning. Oh, next up is a bold prediction. Now with this one, I don't wanna lie. I'm just putting it out there. It's a bold prediction because we all know that the former chairman and CEO and the founder of the WWE, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, has been implicated in a lawsuit filed by Janelle Grant, a sexual assault lawsuit. So in that lawsuit, one of the names that came up was John Laurinaitis and Brock Lesnar. And ever since Brock Lesnar's name appeared on that lawsuit, he has not been seen anywhere close to WWE television. So it's a bold prediction to say that he might be there, but I'm predicting that Brock Lesnar makes his return to this Royal Rumble. And the reason I say that is because we all know that Brock Lesnar is Paul Heyman's client. And after Brock Lesnar broke The Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania, Paul Heyman used to refer him to the one behind. He used to refer to himself as the one behind the one in 21-1. So this past Monday on Monday Night Raw, Paul Heyman said that he was the one behind the one who is the one. So that little wordplay got me thinking that could he be referring to Brock Lesnar, or could it just be a teaser, as we all know that Paul Heyman loves to put in those little touches to always keep us thinking as wrestling fans. But then if Brock Lesnar does show up, I see him eliminating like a whole bunch of superstars and just chasing them out, maybe even breaking his own record of 13 and making it 14 or even more, and then getting eliminated by someone like Roman Reigns, CM Punk, or even John Cena. Because let's all be fair, Brock Lesnar isn't getting eliminated by the likes of Dominic Mysterio or Finn Balor. He's gonna get eliminated by the likes of John Cena or Roman Reigns. Another person on my list, number 19, is Kofi Kingston. And I'll come back to Kofi Kingston just now. Number 20 on my list is Xavier Woods, his partner, Kofi Kingston's partner in the New Day. Now, these two, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, I don't see them winning. However, I've seen rumors around the internet, and according to whatculture.com, I saw this clip on the YouTube channel, and they said it was just a rumor, but they suspect that another former member of the New Day might come, and his name is Big E. So I see Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods coming in, doing their thing, and then unexpected, maybe even at number 30, Big E shows up, his music plays, he comes to get his revenge on Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, because we all know what they did to him. Next up on my predictions list is Austin Theory. There's nothing much I can say about Austin Theory. Next up is his partner Grayson Waller. And just like Austin Theory, there's nothing much for me to say. Next up on my list is Shinsuke Nakamura. And there's nothing much for me to say about Shinsuke as well. And number 25 on my list is Logan Paul, the YouTuber Logan Paul. Now, with Logan Paul, it's complicated, because Logan Paul definitely isn't winning the Royal Rumble. He doesn't need it. He's already a household name. He's well known for his YouTube channel, for being the #1 distributor of Prime worldwide. So he doesn't need the Royal Rumble win. However, I see him doing something with John Cena. Or maybe if John Cena doesn't win the Rumble this year, maybe Logan Paul is the one to dash John Cena's dreams of main eventing WrestleMania once again, and then that could hopefully lead to a program between John Cena and Logan Paul in the near future. Now, another name on my list is Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry is a TNA superstar, and as we've seen all throughout the years that WWE and TNA have entered into a partnership, so it's common as of late for TNA superstars to show up in the Royal Rumble. So who better than Joe Hendry? I mean, the guy has been participating on NXT, he's over with the crowd, the crowd loves the guy, and he's solid in the ring. So I see him coming in, putting a solid performance, and then just getting eliminated before he wins the Rumble. Another name on my list is Trick Williams, NXT Trick Williams. Now WWE are always looking to market the developmental brand, which is NXT, to the crowd out there, to fans which are not otherwise hardcore fans. So I think it's pretty fair to say that they are going to go down to NXT and just pick up a few superstars who can be there to showcase their talent on the main roster. And Trick Williams, none other than Trick Williams. Who else other than Trick Williams? The guy's a former NXT champion. He's over with the crowd. The crowd loves him. He has an awesome theme song. And have you seen the guy? The guy is built like a monster. The guy is fit, and the guy has a good look to him. So I think WWE will be looking to showcase his talent in the Royal Rumble match. Another person I see surprising us with a return in the Royal Rumble is Dolph Ziggler. Now going by the name of Nick Nemeth. Is the current TNA World Champion, and like I said earlier on, TNA and WWE have a deal. So Dolph Ziggler is my other name on the list, and just like the others that I mentioned earlier on, I see Dolph Ziggler coming into the match, having a good performance, then getting eliminated. Number 29 on my list is Braun Breaker. And just like the rest, he's the current Intercontinental Champion, so he doesn't need to win the Royal Rumble. He's gonna put in a good performance, do his thing, and then get his money, and then he's out. Okay. And now, my final prediction, number 30 on my list. Now this is a bold one. Just like Brock Lesnar, this is a bold one. But I predict that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, The Rock, the People's Champion, the great one, is going to participate in this year's Royal Rumble. Now hear me out. I know that Dwayne is on the board of directors, he has movies coming out, but why else have Roman Reigns in the Royal Rumble with no solid plans in place for WrestleMania? So my final prediction is that The Rock is gonna come in either at number 25 or at number 30, is gonna win the whole thing, and then is gonna challenge Cody Rhodes, and eventually down the line, maybe at Elimination Chamber, we're gonna have a match, and then Roman qualifies, and then our main event for WrestleMania 41 will be, in my prediction, in my opinion, Roman Reigns versus The Rock versus Cody Rhodes. So my final prediction for the Royal Rumble is that The Rock comes out on top. He challenges Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I know that we've been discussing this for a while. I just want to thank you for your support. Thank you for tuning in to the first episode of WrestleMania. We are professional wrestling. Please like, follow, subscribe, share. Don't forget to tell your friends, to tell their friends, to tell their friends that there's a new upcoming hottest wrestling podcast in all of South Africa. Again, thank you for your support. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends to tell their friends. Out. Ladies and gentlemen, we are professional wrestling.